Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Without it, dreams remain dreams, but with it, dreams become reality. So today I want to share with you 7 keys to building discipline, 7 principles that, if followed, can transform your life. Discipline begins with clarity. It's impossible to be disciplined if you don't know where you're going or why you're going there. A clear vision is the starting point for all success because it provides you with a sense of purpose, a destination to aim for, and a roadmap to follow. Without a vision, life becomes reactive rather than proactive, and you find yourself drifting aimlessly, subject to the whims of circumstances rather than taking control of your destiny. Clarity and vision doesn't happen by accident. It requires conscious thought and deliberate action. You must first decide what truly matters to you. Not what society tells you should matter, not what your peers expect, but what genuinely resonates with your heart and mind. This process begins with introspection. Take the time to ask yourself the hard questions. What do I want to achieve in life? What brings me joy? What kind of person do I want to become? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These are profound questions that may not yield immediate answers, but the act of asking them sets you on the path to clarity. A clear vision also needs specificity. Vague goals produce vague results. Saying, I want to be successful is not enough. Success means different things to different people. For one person, it might mean financial independence. For another, it could mean creating a happy family or contributing to society. What does success mean to you? Define it in precise terms. If your goal is financial independence, how much money do you need and by when? If your goal is to build a strong family, what actions will you take daily to nurture those relationships? The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to create a disciplined plan to achieve it. Writing down your vision is a powerful act. There's something about putting pen to paper that transforms abstract thoughts into tangible commitments. When you write down your vision, you create a document you can refer to again and again, especially in moments of doubt or distraction. This document becomes your personal contract with yourself, a reminder of why you started and where you're headed. Make it as detailed as possible. Include your long-term goals, your short-term objectives, and the values that will guide you along the way. This written vision is your compass, and it will keep you on track even when life throws challenges your way. A clear vision also requires emotional connection. It's not enough to intellectually understand what you want, you must feel it in your soul. This emotional connection is what fuels your discipline. When the effort feels hard, when the temptation to quit arises, it's your emotional attachment to your vision that keeps you going. Imagine the joy of achieving your goals. Picture the satisfaction, pride, and fulfillment that will come with success. Use all your senses to make this vision vivid in your mind. The more real it feels, the stronger your motivation will be to stay disciplined. Clarity of vision also involves breaking your big goals into smaller, manageable steps. A grand vision can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination or fear of failure. But when you break it down into actionable steps, it becomes more achievable. If your vision is to write a book, don't focus on the daunting task of completing 300 pages. Instead, focus on writing 1 page a day. If your vision is to run a marathon, don't worry about running 26.2 miles on day 1. Start with a single mile and gradually build up. Each small step you take is a victory that brings you closer to your ultimate goal, reinforcing your discipline along the way. Another crucial aspect of a clear vision is flexibility. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change. Discipline doesn't mean rigidly clinging to a plan that no longer serves you. It means staying true to your vision while being willing to adapt your approach as needed. If one path becomes blocked, find another route. If new opportunities arise, reassess your priorities and make adjustments. Flexibility ensures that your vision remains relevant and achievable, no matter what challenges come your way. Your vision should also be inspiring enough to sustain your discipline over the long term. A mundane or uninspiring goal won't ignite the fire within you. Think big, dream bold, and aim for something that excites you. When your vision is truly compelling, discipline stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a privilege. You'll wake up each day eager to take action because you know those actions are leading you towards something extraordinary. Accountability is another tool that can help you stay true to your vision. Share your goals with trusted friends, family members, or mentors who will encourage you and hold you accountable. Sometimes, simply knowing that others are rooting for you is enough to keep you disciplined. They can offer guidance, celebrate your progress, and remind you of your vision when you lose sight of it. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who believe in your vision is one of the smartest moves you can make. A clear vision also includes recognizing and addressing potential obstacles. Discipline isn't about pretending the journey will be easy, it's about preparing for the challenges ahead. Anticipate the difficulties you might face and develop strategies to overcome them. If you know that time management is a weakness, create a detailed schedule and stick to it. If you're prone to distraction, minimize those distractions by creating an environment that fosters focus. Being proactive in addressing obstacles ensures that they don't derail your progress. A clear vision requires regular review and refinement. As you grow and evolve, your goals and priorities may change. Set aside time periodically to revisit your vision. Reflect on your progress, celebrate your achievements, and make any necessary adjustments. This process keeps your vision fresh and aligned with who you are becoming. Discipline starts with a clear vision because clarity provides direction, purpose, and motivation. When you know exactly what you want and why it matters, every action you take becomes a step toward that vision. You're no longer wandering aimlessly or reacting to life circumstances. You're intentionally shaping your future. So take the time to define your vision, connect with it emotionally, and commit to it wholeheartedly. With a clear vision guiding you, discipline becomes not just a tool for success, but a way of life. Discipline is not about grand gestures or sudden bursts of effort. It's about showing up every single day and doing the work, no matter how small the step may seem. Building the habit of consistency is the foundation of discipline, and without it, progress becomes sporadic, unpredictable, and ultimately unsustainable. To be disciplined is to commit to regularity, to make choices daily that align with your goals, and to trust that small, consistent actions compound over time into extraordinary results. Consistency might seem mundane at times, but it is the unsung hero of every great achievement. The first step in building consistency is starting small. When people think of discipline, they often imagine Herculean efforts, hours at the gym, marathon work sessions, or giving up all indulgences at once. But the truth is, the human mind and body respond better to incremental change. If you try to overhaul your life overnight, you're setting yourself up for burnout and failure. Consistency thrives on sustainability. Begin with one habit. If you want to get in shape, start with a 5-minute workout each morning. If you want to improve your knowledge, read just one page of a book each day. These small actions might not feel transformative in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, they build momentum. And momentum is a powerful force that makes discipline feel less like an effort and more like a natural part of who you are. Another critical element of consistency is tracking your progress. What gets measured gets managed. Keeping a record of your daily actions serves as both motivation and accountability. When you see a streak of days where you've honored your commitments, it builds confidence and pride. Breaking that streak becomes harder because you've created a tangible reminder of your effort. This is the psychology behind tools like habit trackers or journaling. They reinforce the belief that you're someone who follows through, and that belief fuels even greater discipline. Consistency also requires forgiving yourself when you falter. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. There will be days when life gets in the way, when distractions, emergencies, or exhaustion break your routine. The key is not to let one missed day turn into a missed week or month. When you slip, acknowledge it without self-criticism and recommit to your habits the next day. Resilience in the face of setbacks is what keeps consistency alive. It's not about never falling, it's about always getting back up. This brings us to the second key point: setting boundaries and eliminating distractions. In the pursuit of discipline, distractions are one of the biggest obstacles you'll face. They steal your time, energy, and focus, often without you even realizing it. In today's world, distractions are everywhere: endless notifications on your phone, the constant pull of social media, the lure of binge-worthy TV shows, and even well-meaning people who unintentionally derail your priorities. If you want to build discipline, you must learn to protect your time and energy fiercely. Setting boundaries starts with clarity. You need to know what matters most to you so you can protect it. This ties directly to having a clear vision because your priorities stem from your goals. Once you're clear on what deserves your focus, you can begin to create rules around it. For example, if you've decided that writing is a priority, set a specific time each day for writing and treat it as non-negotiable. Communicate this boundary to those around you so they understand and respect your commitment. Boundaries are not just about saying no to others, they're also about saying yes to yourself and your goals. Eliminating distractions requires a combination of discipline and strategy. One effective approach is to audit your environment. Look around your physical and digital spaces and identify anything that consistently pulls your attention away from what matters. In your workspace, remove clutter and keep only the tools you need for your task. On your devices, turn off unnecessary notifications, delete apps that tempt you to waste time, and consider using tools that block distracting websites during your most productive hours. Small changes in your environment can have a significant impact on your ability to stay focused. Another important aspect of eliminating distractions is learning to manage your energy. Discipline isn't just about willpower, it's also about working smart. Recognize the times of day when you're most alert and focused, and schedule your most important tasks during those windows. Conversely, use low-energy periods for less demanding activities. Trying to force discipline when you're exhausted or drained is counterproductive. By aligning your tasks with your natural energy rhythms, you make it easier to maintain consistency and avoid burnout. It's also essential to become comfortable with saying no. Distractions often come disguised as opportunities or obligations. People may ask for your time, attention, or resources in ways that conflict with your priorities. While it's important to be kind and supportive, you can't pour from an empty cup. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you intentional. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something vital. Practice the art of polite but firm refusal. And remember that your ultimate responsibility is to your vision and goals. One of the most powerful ways to eliminate distractions is to cultivate mindfulness. Distractions aren't just external, they're also internal. Your own thoughts, worries, and impulses can pull you away from your goals. Mindfulness trains you to notice these mental distractions without getting carried away by them. Through practices like meditation or simply pausing to take a few deep breaths, you can develop greater awareness of where your attention is going and bring it back to the present moment. Mindfulness isn't about suppressing distractions, it's about learning to navigate them with intention and grace. When you combine the habit of consistency with the discipline of setting boundaries and eliminating distractions, you create a powerful synergy. Consistency ensures that you're making progress every day, even if it's just a little. Boundaries and focus ensure that your efforts are directed toward the right things. Together, they form the backbone of a disciplined life, one where your actions align with your values and your vision becomes reality. Building discipline is a journey, not a destination. Each small step you take in creating consistency and minimizing distractions strengthens your foundation. Over time, these practices become second nature. You don't have to rely on willpower alone because you've designed your life in a way that supports your goals. This is the power of discipline. It frees you from chaos and indecision, giving you the structure and clarity to achieve your dreams. Keep showing up, keep protecting your focus, and watch as your efforts compound into extraordinary results. Discipline begins with clarity. If you don't know where you're headed, every road will seem tempting, and every distraction will feel justified. A clear vision is the cornerstone of discipline because it gives you direction and purpose. It's about knowing what you want to achieve and understanding why it matters. This clarity acts as a guiding star, helping you navigate challenges and stay on course when the path gets tough. Without it, you're like a ship adrift at sea, vulnerable to every wave and storm. But when you have a clear vision, every decision becomes easier. You know what aligns with your goals and what doesn't, making it simpler to say yes to the right things and no to the distractions. Crafting a vision requires self-reflection and honesty. Ask yourself what you truly want, not what others expect of you or what society deems successful. Your vision must resonate deeply with your values and passions because it's the emotional connection to your vision that fuels your discipline. When you feel a strong why behind your goals, the how becomes manageable. Writing down your vision is a critical step. When you commit your dreams to paper, they shift from being abstract ideas to tangible objectives. They become something you can see, review, and refine. This act of writing solidifies your commitment and creates a reference point for those moments when doubt or temptation creeps in. Clarity is not just about long-term goals, it's also about short-term milestones. A vision is most effective when broken down into actionable steps. These smaller goals make the journey less overwhelming and provide a sense of accomplishment as you progress. Imagine trying to climb a mountain. Focusing on the summit alone might feel daunting, but breaking the climb into smaller stages makes it achievable. Each step forward builds momentum, reinforcing your belief in your ability to succeed. Once you have clarity, the next step is consistency. Consistency is the engine that drives discipline. Grand plans and bold declarations mean little without the steady, daily effort to bring them to life. Building the habit of consistency requires a shift in mindset. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for motivation to act, but motivation is fleeting and unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, thrives on routine. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Consistency starts small. A common mistake is to set overly ambitious goals that are difficult to maintain. For example, deciding to work out for 2 hours every day might sound impressive, but it's not sustainable for most people. Instead, commit to something manageable, like a 10-minute walk or a short workout. The key is to build the habit first. Once it becomes a natural part of your routine, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. Small actions repeated consistently lead to significant results over time. This is the power of compounding. Each day you stay consistent, you're not just maintaining progress, you're building momentum that makes future efforts easier. Tracking your actions is a powerful way to reinforce consistency. When you see your progress laid out, whether it's days marked off on a calendar, pages written in a journal, or miles logged on a fitness app, it serves as a visual reminder of your commitment. Breaking the streak becomes harder because you've invested time and effort into maintaining it. Progress becomes a source of pride, and that pride fuels further discipline. Consistency isn't about perfection. There will be days when life gets in the way or when you falter. What matters is how you respond. Missing one day isn't a failure, it's an opportunity to recommit. The danger lies in letting one missed day spiral into a pattern of neglect. By forgiving yourself for slip-ups and refocusing on your goals, you build resilience, a key component of long-term discipline. But even with clarity and consistency, distractions can derail your efforts. This is why setting boundaries and eliminating distractions is the third pillar of discipline. Distractions are everywhere, especially in today's world of constant connectivity. Notifications, emails, social media, and endless entertainment options all compete for your attention, pulling you away from what truly matters. To stay disciplined, you must learn to guard your time and energy fiercely. Setting boundaries begins with recognizing what is most important to you. This ties back to your vision. When you're clear about your priorities, it becomes easier to identify what deserves your attention and what doesn't. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you need to carve out dedicated time for writing and protect that time as if it were a vital appointment. Communicate your boundaries to those around you so they understand and respect your commitments. This might mean letting friends and family know that you're unavailable during certain hours or turning down invitations that conflict with your priorities. Eliminating distractions requires both discipline and strategy. Start by auditing your environment. Look for anything that consistently pulls your focus away from your goals. Is it the clutter on your desk, the TV in the background, or the constant buzz of your phone? Make changes to create an environment that supports focus. Declutter your workspace, designate specific areas for different activities, and minimize digital distractions by turning off unnecessary notifications or using apps that block distracting websites. Internal distractions can be just as challenging as external ones. Your own thoughts, worries, and impulses can sidetrack you just as easily as a phone call or email. Developing mindfulness is a powerful way to combat these internal distractions. By practicing techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or simply pausing to observe your thoughts, you can train yourself to recognize when your focus is slipping and gently bring it back to the task at hand. Another critical aspect of managing distractions is prioritizing tasks. Not all distractions are trivial. Some may seem important but don't align with your goals. Learn to differentiate between what's urgent and what's truly important. Use tools like to-do lists or time blocking to structure your day around your priorities. When you start the day with a clear plan, you're less likely to be swayed by unimportant tasks that pop up unexpectedly. Discipline also requires saying no. This can be difficult, especially if you're someone who values being helpful or agreeable. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to your vision. Practice setting boundaries politely but firmly. Remind yourself that saying no to distractions is saying yes to your dreams. When you combine clarity, consistency, and boundaries, discipline becomes a natural part of your life. Clarity gives you a reason to act, consistency keeps you moving forward, and boundaries protect your focus. Together, these three pillars create a framework for success. They transform discipline from a daunting concept into a practical, achievable way of living. By committing to these principles, you can overcome obstacles, stay aligned with your goals, and build a life that reflects your highest potential. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It doesn't happen by chance, and it certainly doesn't happen overnight. It requires a clear vision, consistent effort, setting boundaries, and eliminating distractions. Each of these steps plays a pivotal role in shaping a disciplined life. These key points are interconnected, like the parts of a well-functioning machine, and when they align, they create a strong foundation for long-term success. Let's break down the four principles: clarity, consistency, boundaries, and eliminating distractions. The first essential pillar of discipline is clarity. Without clarity, you're just wandering aimlessly, reacting to circumstances instead of taking control of your life. A clear vision gives you a reason to wake up each day and a guide for every decision you make. The importance of a vision cannot be overstated. When you have a well-defined goal in mind, everything becomes clearer. It's like having a map. When you're lost in the woods, it tells you exactly where you're going and what to do next. Clarity doesn't just provide direction, it also helps to prioritize. When you know exactly what you want to achieve, you can begin identifying the most important tasks that will get you there, which eliminates confusion and wasted time. Creating clarity requires deep introspection. It's not enough to merely say, I want to be successful. You need to define what success means to you personally. It's about understanding your values, passions, and long-term aspirations. Without this self-awareness, you may find yourself chasing someone else's version of success, which leads to frustration and burnout. So take the time to ask yourself questions like, what would I do if money were no object? What do I want my legacy to be? What kind of impact do I want to have on the world? Once you know the answers, write them down and make them your guiding principles. This clarity will be your anchor when things get tough and your motivation wanes. A strong sense of purpose will make the grind of discipline feel worthwhile and will help you push through obstacles. Once you've established a clear vision, the next crucial element is consistency. Discipline isn't about intense bursts of effort, followed by long periods of inactivity. It's about showing up every day, no matter how small the action. It's the daily, consistent effort that leads to real progress. Most people fail at discipline because they expect immediate results, and when they don't see them, they lose motivation. But the truth is, real change takes time. You won't see the fruits of your labor right away, but with consistency, those small efforts will compound into extraordinary results over time. Building the habit of consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It begins with establishing a routine and sticking to it. A routine makes your tasks automatic, requiring less willpower to accomplish. For example, if your goal is to get fit, it doesn't start with a grueling 2-hour workout. It starts with committing to 15 minutes a day. It's the act of showing up and doing it that builds the muscle of consistency. In time, this habit becomes ingrained, and the need for motivation fades away. Tracking progress is another powerful way to reinforce consistency. Whether it's through a habit tracker, journaling, or using a spreadsheet, recording your progress serves as a reminder of your commitment. When you see the number of days you've completed stacking up, it gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment. The more you track your actions, the more invested you become in maintaining your streak. This sense of accomplishment strengthens your discipline because it becomes harder to break the chain once it's formed. However, consistency doesn't mean perfection. There will be days when you falter, but don't let one slip-up derail your progress. Resilience, the ability to bounce back after a mistake, is a key component of building a consistent routine. Along with consistency, setting boundaries and eliminating distractions is essential for discipline. Distractions are like roadblocks on your path to success. They pull you off course and waste precious time and energy. In a world filled with constant notifications, entertainment, and the demands of other people, staying focused is harder than ever. This is why setting boundaries is vital. Boundaries are the rules you set for yourself to protect your time and energy. They allow you to say no to things that don't align with your goals and yes to those that move you forward. For example, if your goal is to finish writing a book, you need to establish clear boundaries around your writing time. This means no checking social media, no answering phone calls, and no other distractions during your writing hours. When you respect your own boundaries, others will start to respect them too. Eliminating distractions starts with evaluating your environment. What around you is pulling your attention away from your goals? It could be your phone, your television, or even the people you interact with on a daily basis. The key to managing distractions is awareness. If you know your weaknesses, you can take proactive measures to mitigate them. For example, if you find yourself scrolling aimlessly through social media during work hours, consider using apps that block these distractions or setting specific times for when you'll engage with them. A cluttered workspace can also hinder focus, so take time to organize your physical and digital spaces in a way that supports your productivity. Internal distractions are just as problematic as external ones. These include negative thoughts, self-doubt, and internal resistance that can undermine your progress. The best way to manage internal distractions is through mindfulness and self-awareness. By becoming aware of when your mind begins to wander or when you start doubting yourself, you can gently bring your focus back to your work. Meditation, deep breathing, and taking regular breaks are simple but effective ways to manage stress and stay centered during the workday. The more you practice mindfulness, the better you become at managing distractions, both external and internal. A crucial aspect of discipline is understanding that it's not about doing more, but about doing what matters most. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that they must work all the time to be productive. However, productivity isn't measured by the number of hours worked, but by the results achieved. When you learn to focus on high-impact tasks and eliminate time-wasting activities, you're able to direct your energy toward what truly moves the needle in your life. With clarity, consistency, boundaries, and the elimination of distractions, discipline becomes an unstoppable force. These principles aren't isolated, they work together to create a robust foundation for success. Clarity provides the vision that fuels your actions, consistency ensures those actions are repeated daily, boundaries protect your time and energy, and eliminating distractions keeps you on track. When you master these 4 key areas, you empower yourself to take charge of your life and your future. Discipline becomes not a burden, but a tool that propels you toward your highest potential. Discipline is the driving force behind achievement, success, and personal growth. It is the art of consistently following through on your commitments, regardless of how difficult or inconvenient it may seem at the moment. To build strong, unshakable discipline, you need to cultivate certain key habits and attitudes. These include having clarity about your goals, developing consistency, setting boundaries, eliminating distractions, and understanding the importance of resilience. Each of these key points plays a vital role in strengthening your discipline and transforming your vision into reality. The first and perhaps most crucial aspect of discipline is clarity. Without a clear vision or purpose, it's easy to become distracted, overwhelmed, or discouraged. Clarity gives you direction. It helps you know what you want to achieve and why it's important to you. When you understand your end goal, it's easier to create a roadmap to get there. This clarity acts as a compass that guides your decisions and actions. Without it, you may find yourself drifting from one task to another, unsure of whether what you're doing is aligned with your larger goals. It's important to take the time to reflect on your values, priorities, and aspirations. What does success look like for you? What is it that truly drives you? By writing down your goals and breaking them down into smaller, actionable steps, you can begin to make progress one deliberate action at a time. This clarity serves as a source of motivation when challenges arise, reminding you why your efforts matter and providing the strength to push through adversity. Once you have clarity, consistency becomes the next essential ingredient in building discipline. Discipline isn't about occasional bursts of intense effort. It's about showing up and putting in the work every single day, regardless of how you feel. Consistency is the secret to long-term progress. It may seem insignificant at first, especially when you don't see immediate results, but over time, the small actions you take daily compound and lead to significant outcomes. Consistency is what turns a one-time effort into a habit and a habit into a lifestyle. The key to consistency is routine. A well-established routine removes the need to rely on motivation because you've created a system where your actions are automatic. For example, if your goal is to get fit, working out every day, even for just 20 minutes, is far more effective than sporadic, long workouts. As you build this habit, it becomes ingrained in your life, making it harder to skip or ignore. Consistency doesn't require perfection. There will be days when you miss the mark, but the important thing is to get back on track as quickly as possible. The longer you stay consistent, the more progress you'll see, and the stronger your discipline will become. Setting boundaries is another vital component of building discipline. Boundaries are what protect your time and energy from being drained by external forces. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, and the constant demands of others can easily pull you away from your priorities. Without clear boundaries, it's easy to become overwhelmed by these distractions, making it difficult to stay focused on what truly matters. And by setting boundaries, you're essentially telling yourself and others what you are willing to accept and what you're not. This could mean setting specific work hours, saying no to invitations or activities that don't align with your goals, or even limiting the time you spend on your phone. Boundaries are essential because they allow you to protect your most valuable resource, your time. When you set boundaries and honor them, you create an environment that is conducive to focus, productivity, and discipline. It's not just about saying no to others, but also about saying yes to yourself and your goals. Establishing clear boundaries requires assertiveness, but it's an important skill that will help you maintain control over your life and ensure that your energy is invested in things that align with your values and aspirations. Eliminating distractions is another critical step in developing discipline. In our modern world, distractions are pervasive, and it's easy to lose focus when there are so many things demanding our attention. Distractions don't just come in the form of external interruptions like people or technology. They can also be internal, like negative self-talk or worries about the future. To build discipline, you need to eliminate these distractions as much as possible. Start by organizing your environment to minimize distractions. This could mean creating a designated workspace free from clutter, turning off your phone's notifications, or using apps that block distracting websites. Being intentional about where and how you work helps you maintain focus on the task at hand. It's also important to manage your internal distractions. Negative thoughts and doubts can undermine your discipline and cause you to question whether your efforts are worth it. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or journaling can help you become more aware of these internal distractions and learn to refocus your attention. The less distracted you are, the more disciplined you can be. When you remove external and internal distractions, you create a space where you can concentrate on the work that matters most. Resilience is an often overlooked but essential component of discipline. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from setbacks and keep going, even when things get tough. Discipline requires resilience because the road to success is rarely smooth. There will be obstacles, failures, and times when things don't go as planned. It's in these moments that discipline is truly tested. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding challenges or never experiencing failure. It means embracing setbacks as part of the process and using them as learning experiences. Resilient people don't give up when faced with adversity. They adapt, pivot, and find new ways to keep moving forward. Building resilience involves developing a positive mindset, practicing patience, and cultivating self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up over mistakes, treat them as opportunities for growth. When you approach failure with the mindset of learning, it no longer becomes a roadblock, it becomes a stepping stone on the path to success. Developing resilience takes time and practice, but it's a crucial part of building lasting discipline. By incorporating clarity, consistency, boundaries, eliminating distractions, and resilience into your daily life, you create a strong foundation for discipline that can withstand any challenge. These 5 principles work together to help you stay focused, motivated, and on track toward achieving your goals. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through consistent effort and the commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. With each step you take to strengthen your discipline, you move closer to realizing your dreams and creating the life you've always envisioned. Building discipline is the foundation of success in any area of life. Whether you are working toward a personal goal, professional achievement, or a long-term vision, discipline is the driving force that keeps you on track. Discipline is often misunderstood as something that you either have or don't have, but it is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. The key to building discipline lies in having clarity, consistency, strong boundaries, eliminating distractions, cultivating resilience, and prioritizing long-term rewards over immediate gratification. Each of these 6 elements plays a critical role in helping you stay focused, motivated, and committed to your goals, no matter how difficult or distant they may seem. The first pillar of discipline is clarity. Without clarity, you are essentially drifting through life, unsure of what you want to achieve or how to get there. Clarity provides a sense of purpose, direction, and meaning, which are essential for building discipline. If you don't know where you are going, it's easy to get sidetracked, lose motivation, or become overwhelmed. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with your goals. Clarity requires introspection, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of your values, aspirations, and why you are pursuing your goals. It's important to break down your larger vision into smaller, actionable steps so that you can see progress along the way. As you take consistent steps toward your goal, clarity will continue to guide and fuel your discipline. A clear vision will remind you of your why during tough times and help you stay committed to the path you've chosen. Once you have clarity, consistency becomes the next essential component of discipline. Discipline is not about doing something once in a while or when you feel motivated. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work, even when it feels hard or inconvenient. Consistency turns actions into habits, and habits are the foundation of success. Without consistency, progress becomes erratic, and your results will be unpredictable. The power of consistency lies in its cumulative effects. Small, steady actions over time lead to significant long-term results. This means committing to your goals, not just when it feels easy, but when it feels difficult, when your motivation wanes, or when distractions tempt you to give up. The more you show up and take consistent action, the more ingrained the habit becomes until it becomes second nature. When you focus on building consistency, you remove the need for constant motivation. You start relying on your routine and your commitment rather than fleeting feelings of inspiration. With consistency, you create a reliable system of action that propels you forward no matter the circumstances. Setting strong boundaries is the next critical element in building discipline. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and focus, ensuring that you stay true to your commitments and avoid distractions. In today's fast-paced world, where distractions are constant and demands on your time are relentless, boundaries are essential for maintaining discipline. Without boundaries, it's easy to fall into the trap of people-pleasing, overcommitting, or giving in to distractions that take you away from your goals. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. They are about protecting your own time and mental space. This may mean saying no to invitations, limiting your social media use, or creating designated time blocks for focused work. Boundaries are also about knowing when to stop. Overworking yourself can lead to burnout and decreased productivity, so it's important to set limits on your time and energy. When you set boundaries, you teach others to respect your time, and you give yourself the opportunity to focus on the things that truly matter. Boundaries also help you make intentional choices, ensuring that you are prioritizing your goals over other people's demands. Building discipline is one of the most important foundations for achieving success in any area of life. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. It's not a skill you're born with, but rather something that can be developed over time. The key to cultivating lasting discipline lies in 7 crucial principles: clarity, consistency, boundaries, eliminating distractions, resilience, prioritizing long-term rewards, and embracing delayed gratification. These 7 elements are interdependent and work together to strengthen your ability to stay focused, motivated, and committed to the pursuit of your goals. When you integrate these principles into your life, you lay the groundwork for personal growth, productivity, and success. The first step in building discipline is gaining clarity. Without clarity, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed. When you have a clear vision of your goals, you create a roadmap that guides your decisions and actions. Clarity provides you with a sense of purpose and direction, which fuels your discipline. A lack of clarity leads to indecision, procrastination, and a lack of focus. To achieve clarity, you must first identify your values, passions, and long-term aspirations. Once you have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve, break it down into smaller, actionable steps. This allows you to make progress every day, no matter how small, and ensures that each action you take is aligned with your larger goals. A clear vision keeps you focused on the bigger picture and helps you avoid distractions, especially during moments of uncertainty or difficulty. When things get tough, clarity reminds you of your why, which strengthens your resolve to stay disciplined and on track. Once you have clarity, the next critical element is consistency. Discipline is not about doing something once in a while or only when you feel motivated. It's about making small, consistent efforts every day. Consistency is the secret ingredient that leads to mastery, growth, and success. Without consistency, even the best intentions are meaningless. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum makes it easier to stay disciplined. Whether it's working toward a fitness goal, building a business, or learning a new skill, success comes from consistently taking small steps in the right direction. The key is not to expect instant results, but to commit to showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. When you make consistency a priority, it becomes easier to maintain discipline, even on days when motivation is low. Over time, your efforts compound, leading to significant progress. Consistency is about trusting the process, knowing that each action you take is building the foundation for your future success. Setting boundaries is another critical aspect of building discipline. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and focus. In today's world, where distractions are constantly vying for our attention, having clear boundaries is more important than ever. Boundaries help you avoid falling into the trap of people-pleasing, overcommitting, or wasting time on activities that don't align with your goals. When you set boundaries, you're making a commitment to yourself and your priorities. You're saying that your time and energy are valuable, and you won't allow them to be squandered by external demands. Boundaries help you stay focused by creating a structure that allows you to say no when necessary and protect your ability to work toward your goals. Whether it's setting aside time for work, exercise, or relaxation, boundaries create space for the things that truly matter. Setting boundaries also means knowing when to stop, whether it's stopping work at the end of the day to prevent burnout or recognizing when a task has taken longer than expected and needs to be reevaluated. Boundaries teach you to respect your own needs and give you the space to focus on what's truly important. Eliminating distractions is another fundamental principle of discipline. In a world full of distractions, it can be challenging to stay focused on your goals. Distractions come in many forms: social media, emails, phone notifications, and even the noise of the world around us. The first step in eliminating distractions is identifying what pulls you away from your work. Once you know what these distractions are, you can take proactive measures to reduce or eliminate them. This could mean turning off your phone during work hours, using productivity apps to block distracting websites, or setting up a quiet workspace to minimize noise. Eliminating distractions requires a high level of self-awareness and self-control. The more you practice minimizing distractions, the easier it becomes to maintain your focus. It's important to recognize that distractions aren't just external, they can also be internal, such as negative self-talk or anxiety. Developing mindfulness and meditation practices can help you stay focused and calm, even when your mind is filled with distractions. The less distracted you are, the more disciplined you will become, and the faster you will reach your goals. Resilience is another key component of building discipline. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from setbacks and keep going despite obstacles. In any pursuit, you will face challenges and failures. Resilience is what allows you to keep moving forward when things get tough. Building resilience requires a positive mindset, patience, and the ability to learn from mistakes. When things don't go as planned, resilient people don't give up or wallow in failure. Instead, they view setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Resilience helps you persevere through the difficult moments, keeping you focused on your long-term goals, even when the immediate results aren't as you expected. Developing resilience requires emotional strength and mental toughness. It's about embracing the journey even when it's difficult, and trusting that each challenge is building your character and preparing you for greater success in the future. Prioritizing long-term rewards over immediate gratification is one of the most important skills you can develop in building discipline. In our world of instant gratification, it's easy to give in to the temptation of quick rewards, whether it's binge-watching TV shows, eating unhealthy food, or procrastinating on tasks. Discipline requires the ability to delay immediate pleasure in favor of long-term success. By focusing on long-term rewards, you train yourself to make decisions based on what will bring you the most significant benefits in the future rather than what feels good right now. This requires self-control and the ability to think ahead. For example, studying for an exam instead of going out with friends, or sticking to a workout routine instead of skipping it for a momentary pleasure, are examples of choosing long-term rewards. When you prioritize long-term goals, you learn to value your future self and your potential more than the fleeting satisfaction of short-term indulgence. This mindset shift is essential for building lasting discipline and achieving sustained success. Finally, embracing delayed gratification is another key element in building discipline. Delayed gratification is the ability to resist the urge for immediate pleasure in favor of achieving something greater in the future. It's a mindset that requires patience, self-control, and focus. Delayed gratification is about understanding that the things you want most in life often require hard work, time, and sacrifice. It's the ability to put in the effort now, even when the rewards are not immediately visible. Whether it's saving money for a long-term goal, working on a project that takes months to complete, or investing time in learning a new skill, delayed gratification requires you to stay focused on the long-term rewards rather than the instant pleasures that may derail your progress. By learning to embrace delayed gratification, you strengthen your discipline and increase your chances of achieving your long-term goals. By combining these 7 principles: clarity, consistency, boundaries, eliminating distractions, resilience, prioritizing long-term rewards, and embracing delayed gratification, you create a powerful foundation for building lasting discipline. These principles work together to help you stay focused, motivated, and on track as you work toward your goals. Discipline is not an innate trait, but rather a habit that can be developed through consistent practice. When you commit to these principles, you will see the results in your personal growth, your achievements, and your ability to reach your full potential. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It's a muscle that grows stronger with use. Start small, start today, and don't give up. Remember, every disciplined effort has a multiple reward. So ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you ready to pay the price for the life you deserve? If the answer is yes, then step forward. Build the discipline and watch how your life changes. Ladies and gentlemen, discipline is the key to freedom. It's the foundation of greatness. And it's yours to build, starting now. Let's make it happen.